welcome to my channel, Retracing my Africa in the Diaspora. If you're new here, I'd like to welcome you, Karibu Sana. And if you're a returning subscriber, please feel at home. Thank you so much for always returning to check out my videos. So guys, in today's video, I'm doing something on vaccination. I've done a video on vaccination previously. I talked about my story of how I went through the US green card process and how I went through vaccination. In today's video, I'm wanting to answer a very critical question. And the question I want to answer that many have been asking is, can I do my vaccination before I go to the International Organization of Migration for my medical examination? This is the issue that I want to answer. In this video, I'm also going to be sharing with you about some of the documentation that may be required for you when you're going to your IOM visit. And I'm also kind of just going to share with you what that experience might be when you go to IOM. Heads up, guys. You know, my visit to IOM happened in February 2024, in early February of this year. So it is possible that some of the protocol may have changed. So keep in mind that what I am sharing is also based on my own experience. And it is really up to you if you won the green card and are expecting to go to IOM, to also just go on their website. I'll share the link in the description box. You can go on their website and just see what their updated policies are regarding the visit and what documentation they require. The purpose of this video, I am just doing to just give you an idea of what that experience is, because many people often don't know what it's like to go there, what is required. They have a lot of questions. I had the same questions, and I feel like I didn't know what to do. I just kept on moving around, feeling lost, and I just feel like doing such a video will help somebody who is also curious, who would like to know. Having said that, I'm sorry if that sounds so long, but having said that, let's jump right into it. Guys, you know, if you're going to your appointment, first, before I even talk about appointment, let me back up a little bit. When you have won your green card, you are required to fill in your DS-260 form very quickly and then submit it. After you submit it, you then start looking for your support documents. There are an array of support documents that you need. I'm not going to cover that in this video because I've done a previous video. Check out my channel. You'll see the video I've done on the support documents that are required at the US Embassy. While you're gathering your support documents, you will then just be preparing to go to the medical exam at IOM. It will take a while before you get there. So before you get there, guys, you need to be aware of the vaccinations that you will be required to take so that you can start taking these vaccinations. You don't have to wait until you go to IOM to get vaccinated there. That's not what I did. I didn't go to get vaccinated at IOM. I prepared myself and got vaccinated prior to going to the IOM, because the reason I did that is because I felt that it would help me save money. And yes, it can help you save money, time, and just reduce the whole anxiety of having to go through so much vaccination in one day. Okay, so that's what I would, the question I'm answering now is to tell you that it is okay for you to get vaccinated at another health facility prior to your IOM exam. Okay, and also I want to talk a little bit about this, you know, these vaccinations, like where you can get them and that kind of thing. So guys, you know, there is no particular place where you are required to go and get your vaccination if you need to get vaccinated. You know, there's some vaccines that you may need and some vaccinations, if you have proof that you were vaccinated, you may not be required to do these vaccines again. Okay, so I'll start with number one, the COVID vaccination. The COVID vaccination and booster, that is required for sure. Standard practice, if you're planning to immigrate to the United States of America, you will be required to get either the vaccine or the booster if you've already done the vaccination. Okay, and that's free. You can get it at any health facility in your country. I'm originally from Kenya, so some of the examples I may be giving are specific to people who are going to be going through this process in Kenya. Yeah, because there's a lot of other, you know, African nationals who go to the Nairobi embassy for their processing. So just to let you, to just give you a heads up, COVID-19, you'll need that, and you can get it anywhere in the city of Nairobi at any health facility. You know, you have to do some research, inquire what health facilities have this vaccine, and then you can go and get the booster or the vaccine. Okay, then you know, if you're in Nairobi, check with the Kenyatta National Hospital. You can also check with Nairobi Hospital. You can check with the Aga Khan Hospital. You can check with Port Health at Wilson Airport. You can check with, let me see what, I mean, maybe you could do, like, any hospital really in Nairobi. I'm not going to list them and say this is what you can do, because I don't know what the current status is in Nairobi right now. But what I do know is that both private and public hospitals do these vaccinations. Every now and then, some of the hospitals run out of the vaccines. And the vaccines I'm making reference to that are required, I guess I need to name them so you can have an idea. You may need hepatitis B, if the rules haven't changed. Hepatitis B, influenza type A and B, MMRV, which is the measles, mumps, rubella, and varicella vaccine. You will also need the tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis vaccine, which is usually referred to as, I think they usually call it Adacel polio, because it's a combination of vaccines. Though all of those vaccines that I'm mentioning that you will need before your visit to, well, you may need to take this before your visit to IOM. You can get them at just about any health facility, but you need to do the homework. And then let me just loop myself in to give you my own experience, what I did. I just kind of listed all the vaccines down that I needed to do. And then I went ahead and started to make phone calls to different health facilities. There's also the Karen Hospital. If you're in Nairobi, there's a lot of different hospitals that have, but Karen Hospital tends to have a lot of those vaccines, by the way. I remember that. Yeah, there's also Amref Health, all of these different facilities, health facilities. So what I did, I listed down all the vaccines I required, and then I started making phone calls to Nairobi Hospital, to the Aga Khan, to Karen Health, to Kenyatta, all of the different hospitals, inquiring if they have the vaccines and how much they were going to be charging. Yeah. And then so based on, because it's all about your pocket and how much you can afford, then based on, I was looking mainly at the pricing. Yeah. I wanted to go to the cheaper hospital and also availability. So sometimes, for example, the Kenyatta National Hospital, which is a public hospital in Nairobi, they have these, they may have a vaccine and it's cheaper, or sometimes it's cheaper, but they don't have it in stock. So if they don't have it in stock, you need just to inquire with them when they may be having, like when they may be restocking this medication, so you're able to go there and, you know, get vaccinated. This is why it's very important for you to begin this process early, guys, because you see, if you go until the last minute, which is what happened to me, unfortunately, I ended up having to pay more money, because now when I went to Kenyatta and they didn't have the Kenyatta National Hospital, when they didn't have the vaccine I needed, I was forced to have to go to a private hospital and pay more, because I was in a hurry and I needed this quickly. So if you have time, if you want the green card, it means you have plenty of time, guys. So check with Kenyatta. If you're not inside Nairobi, if you're outside of Nairobi city or somewhere else in Kenya, go ahead and check with the relevant referral hospitals, see if they have this vaccines, and just start taking, especially hepatitis B, because hepatitis B requires you to do like almost 3 doses. So it's taken over a period of like 6 months. You take 1 dose, and then after a month you take another dose, and then after that dose you wait for 6 months from when you first took the first dose to take another dose. Yeah, so you may want to start that early, okay? And it just saves you time, like I said earlier. Okay, so I've just explained to you how you could go about, you know, getting vaccinated prior to going to the IOM. There's another question that I would like to address, guys, because people ask this question: is it okay to get a report from your doctor, that you could use at the embassy instead of, for example, going to IOM to get your physical? And I can tell you right now, guys, that is not a report from your doctor is not admissible at the US embassy. You are required to go for your physical exam at IOM. Okay, But once you have done all these vaccinations that I was referring to, you could just take your vaccine card with you, because every time, I didn't say this, but every time you get vaccinated, guys, they will, okay, most guys use their yellow fever card. I wish I had remembered to bring it so I can show you. But you see, on your yellow fever card, every time you go for vaccination, they will be noting down the vaccine they have given you and the batch number. That's what you'll use, and they will do that until it just fills up. Okay.